My game plan? Get the best without the fuss. That's why I love Fairway. Everything I need, easy to find. And a hometown atmosphere that just hits different. Fairway, your home court advantage.
Nate Bargatze.
It's a lot to have two dogs, because you got to open the back door and let two dogs out.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour, Casey's Center, Friday, April 24th. Tickets available at natebargatze.com.
Chris Williams, Chris Hassel. Two Chris's, one network. This is Two Guys. Presented by Fairway Meat and Grocery. From the Channel Seed Studios, this is Two Guys. Exclusively on Iowa Everywhere.
What is up? It is one of the best shows of the year. The best of Chris and Chris on Iowa Everywhere. This is a bear to put this thing together, so we got to give a shout-out to our buddy Maddie Van Winkle, who goes through and edits this thing all together. Last year's was epic. I cannot wait to watch this year's. Thank you so much to everybody for being a part of the show. If you're in the comments, if you're listening, if you're downloading, if you're watching, you're a part of what we're doing here at Iowa Everywhere. It takes a village, and it takes all of you, so thank you so much. We are, as always, presented by our friends at Fairway Meat and Grocery for all of your holiday needs. Remember our friends at Fairway. Also in the Channel Seed Studios. So we're not going to do like the typical ad reads that we always do. We're just going to thank everybody throughout the however long this thing's going to be. We do have a new year in review sponsor for this show, who's a new member of the Iowa Everywhere family, and I want to welcome aboard Mighty M Corporation, which is a neat company I'm starting to learn more about by the day. But they are an American-made leader in industrial and commercial equipment, and they design rugged pressure washers, air compressors, generators, and more. They're founded and operated right here in the great state of Iowa, and they are proud to be employee-owned. Mighty M, trusted by pros who need equipment that works as hard as they do, and are trusted by the biggest names in the ag industry. Find your local dealer and see everything that they have to offer at MightyM.com. So that is MITM.com. Stay tuned for the next year. For our mightiest moment of the week, we're going to have that. We're so blessed to have all of you and great advertisers, sponsors, partners, whatever we want to call them. We're just really, really thankful because not only do we have people who support the show, but they're awesome people. And I've met so many great friends through this process. One of them is Jeff Kelderman, Mark Steck, the entire team down at Kelderman Manufacturing in Oskaloosa. Them dadgum Kaburski brothers are good friends too. They just take care of my lawn like crazy. Can't wait for, I don't know, should I wish away the winter where the Iowa State University might just have a Final Four team? I'm not going to wish away the winter, but when the winter's over, those dadgum Kaburskis will be infiltrating my soil. They already seeded it. We're ready to go. You guys should use them too. Last but certainly not least is our friends at Wealth Charter. Tim and his team. Always a good time to think about the future of your financial goals, but a lot of people do it at the end of the year. And I would have you consider our friends at Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax for that. You can simplify your finances with our friends from Wealth Charter. All right, let's do it. Let's dive right in. We have a lot to get to. We're going to hear from the two dads. Mike and Don are going to make an appearance at the end of the program. Let's just dive right in. Best of Chris and Chris 2025. Happy holidays. There's this teeny tiny little package that shows up today, and within it is a note. CW, I'm not gay, but I appreciate all of your content. I think these are the only pair ever produced, and I want you to have them. Go Cyclones, from Jake.
What pair? Oh my God, the Deacon Hill swim trunks. No way. Wait, why did he send them to you and not me?
I don't know. But the next time I come to Florida and we rent a boat, this is what Daddy's wearing.
Incredible. The
And I don't know
Deacon
who-
Hill NIL trunks. I bet he paid $50 for those.
Got them right here.
They're still
Should
in
I-
Hawkeye colors and everything.
And they got the nice lining. They're actually really high quality.
Nice little mesh. You could piss right inside those. Are you going to put them on?
The question is, should I wear them or should I frame them with my Cade McNamara signed jersey
Oh,
and my
yeah.
Spencer Petras jersey?
It's got to be by those jerseys. I mean, that is an all-timer.
I feel like this is the real cat daddy of all Hawkeye memorabilia right
What is-
here.
so it's DH, and what is that
It's a
like
crown.
logo on top? It's a crown?
Yeah, it's his logo.
Like he's a king?
Yeah.
Big
is.
Deke energy. Hell yes.
Hey, welcome to Two Guys. I'm ready to go. I don't know if Williams is.
I want to do a cheers
No.
to Taman's groin.
What about Keyshawn's groin?
Keyshawn's groin too. I'm praying for groins.
My dad he can't not take the bait. Some Iowa State fans like, yeah, well, at least we're not all woke sons of bitches up here in Ames. Look at what your softball team is doing, kneeling for the anthem. And of course, my dad takes that bait, hook, line, and sinker, and he starts tweeting about it. This is America. You can do whatever you want.
My dad, we were once at a NASCAR race together. National anthem's a big deal at a NASCAR race. Like flyovers, they really pump up the pageantry when it comes to it. This is like right in the middle of the Kaepernick stuff. And my dad leans over to me during the national anthem and says, I dare any of these motherfuckers to take a knee here.
Do you mind sharing with us what your levels are right now? Like, are you in the thousands?
Oh, yeah.
No way.
Because I take that estrogen blocker too.
You don't want any of those female things getting inside you?
Nope.
You've never wanted a female inside you.
They actually do labs once a month, so they make sure you're like doing it in a healthy manner, so you're not just going like RFK Jr. and just going crazy with the testosterone. That guy, he's just taking T injections every day, it looks
He's
like.
taking tea right to the tip.
My God.
He
Also
dips
think
his
our-
tip in tea.
Thank our friends at Freedom Tire.
He
as well.
uses
Remember
his tip as a tea bag inside of testosterone. Takes the tip. There's a cup of testosterone. RFK Jr. dips his tip into the testosterone and uses it as a tea bag, a testosterone tea bag.
People-
RFK Jr. He checks his oil with his tip stick.
I don't know, man. I feel like it'd be too big to do that.
So Williams, when I posted this, did you know
I had no idea.
you're not aware of the JD
No.
Vance?
I had no idea. I had no
But
clue.
it somehow actually looks like Williams if he put the 70 pounds of fat back on. That's what you would look like.
And I responded to this not knowing this was a thing. I go, that looks like a fat and bald J.D. Vance.
It really was a screenshot from that show. I just put Vance's head on you. That is the show we did right before Iowa hosted Michigan. It was like our fourth or fifth show ever.
Well, at least you got your microphone turned around.
Yeah, right.
This one.
Oh, god damn. That's funny.
Hey, Chris, can you pull up the dad's conversation from the weekend?
This is unbelievable. This is
boy.
like burying the lead. So much shit happened that I didn't even think we would get to this, but
I haven't heard about this.
This
yet.
is an all-timer, Jake.
I'm locked in.
So Mike reposted a picture of Williams and Bloom. And
Very heartfelt message.
yeah, it's been a long few weeks for Bloom. Iowa State loses a coach. It was the longest weekend of Williams' life. And my dad comments underneath it, and he says, over under wins for Iowa State next season, 0. And Mr. Williams, I think my dad thought Mr. Williams would be like, yeah, right. Yeah, we'll still win more than your Hawkeyes. Mr. Williams responded as if my dad told him he was going to like take his granddaughter's dog away and never let him see the dog again. Have you found the there it is. Look at those two lovebirds on the
see the,
I can get it. I
don't see the reply. This is the tweet though.
It's
it's Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. Oh.
My dad's
It's
much
on
more
Mike's
of a-
it's on Mike's Facebook page. And
Hold on.
I've got it here. I've got it. So
It really is epic.
my dad said over under on wins for Ames next season 0. Mike Williams responds 6 minutes after my dad posted that. Really, Don? You have terrible timing on your remarks. You need to grow up, and grow up is one word. You can spec about game result. You can spec about games results. I get that, but you really get personal. My thoughts, you are always on Santa's naughty list. My dad said, don't take it personal. Merry Christmas. Mike responds, Don, I love your feeling for the Hawks. Truly, I do. Hopefully you can understand my feelings for the Cyclones. With that said, while I was on vacation, you come on and say how the Ozarks suck. While I was in Ames earlier with my grandkids eating at Hickory Park, that was a terrible thing. And now, when all of ISU fans and my family is in shock, you start talking crap about next year. Please give us a little time. We will adjust before your next comments. If and when your team beats us, all is fair game. I don't know if anything's transpired since then, but I did respond late last night with the dog dragging its ass gif in the comments.
Don is on Santa's naughty list.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's too funny.
Oh, yeah.
My ex mentions are just all jammed up with people just flipping me the bird
Iowa State
about
fans.
me being wrong about Iowa State being ranked. Are you prepared to see the preseason AP poll? I don't think Iowa State's going to be ranked. You've been talking all offseason like,
why do
they're
you
going to be a
think
top
that?
22.
I think
you
they
just
will.
Wait. Okay, they're ranked. Fine. I was wrong. I told you. They're ranked 22nd. They got in. And you know what? It's probably where they should be. I mean, looking at these teams that are receiving votes, should I have really thought BYU or Utah or Baylor should be ahead of Iowa State? Those are the three teams that were 26, 27, and 28. No. I thought maybe a Louisville would get in there or a USC. I was wrong. Can you just lay off me? My God.
We'll get back to the best of Chris and Chris 2025 here in just a couple of minutes. But hey, so we're working with our friends at Fairway. They got the new website, heartlandstateco.com, and we're encouraging people to give the gift of meat this holiday season. You can send a meat box, but you don't have to just do it for Christmas. If you're a late shopper and you want to do it for New Year's, the last day to order for guaranteed arrival for New Year's is Monday, December the 29th at noon. Go to heartlandstateco.com. Make yourself something special for New Year's Eve. Send a gift of meat to one of your loved ones this holiday season at heartlandstateco.com.
And we already got an incredible gift that you're using as a blanket to start the show. Samson, who was somehow able to find this Clarinda Academy.
Well, it's technically the correctional facility.
Clarinda Treatment Complex shirt.
So that includes my grandpa, the warden, who would shock all the people when they got out of line.
And we have royalty here today.
Are you talking about Fails?
No. Mike Williams.
Oh, yeah.
In
Mike
house.
Williams is right over there. Dad,
Hey, Mike.
Rub your dog's ass all over the floor, buddy.
My dad's going to be pissed, but I didn't let him come. I thought it would be way too combustible.
So I texted my dad yesterday, and I was like, "Hey, Don's coming," because Don was in the comments, and he was talking about how he's going to make the trip, and I'm like, "This would be great to get you." And then I think Don found out Mike was coming, and he completely backed off.
Is that what happened?
I
Because
can't
I was
guarantee
telling
it,
my
but-
dad not to come, but I know him. He would come regardless if you told him to come.
Well, the last time your dad came, he got everybody the stomach flu.
Oh, my God. And he wouldn't shake people's hands?
Yeah, and he's just like coughing all over us. And no.
Oh, look what we have here.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
is
we
that a skinless
got
bratwurst?
eggs and jam,
It's a full sauce.
Bloody Mary. Wow.
That has
Sausage,
this Bloody Mary has a skinless
cheese.
brat in it.
This looks amazing. All right, right from coffee to the Bloody Mary. Thank you.
It's tailgate season, right?
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, everybody.
I don't know how to.
God
I'm going to
I
cheers
dare you
and
to
take a
eat
bite.
that entire sausage in one bite.
Damn, that's good sausage.
It's damn good sausage.
I was looking back at some old footage from the last time Iowa State won in Ames in 2011. And I was still working at Channel 13, WHO. Mm-hmm. And I did I think it's the only time I've ever done this. I did a John Walters call of the touchdown after the game on sound off. And it's not, look, I can't do a John Walters. I just, he went nuts after the game, so I kind of made fun of him for that. Aiden, you have that clip, and it's actually, we're going to have potentially the origin of placenta talk in Iowa media. Aiden, roll it.
Need a touchdown to win it. Chance, the pitch, White, touchdown! This is the greatest moment of my life since my wife gave birth and the placenta came out and there was blood all over the place.
Was he like ejaculating at the end there?
That's where it started. All right.
Yes, 2011 placenta
You've
was
always
uttered
been
on.
obsessed with placentas.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because I've never seen one.
Moving on from that subject.
Real quick, for about a year, about once a month, I'd be out at a bar and like somebody would bring up the placenta thing, and I'm like, "Hey, let's send Hassel some placenta." I bet I spent like $200 sending you placenta through the mail.
So, true story. We were cleaning up the house a few weeks ago, and we're trying to just declutter things, get rid of some things that we don't use. And my wife picks up that one of those things. She's like, do you really need this sheep placenta? This pills of sheep placenta? I was like, nah, just go ahead and get rid of it. So we threw those away. We don't have those anymore. I did keep them for like a year.
That's like $12 bottle, man.
Isn't that like a biohazard to put that in the regular garbage? I don't think you can do that.
As soon as Iowa lost that game, I knew that was going to be big. Oh, God.
Well, it happened again.
Another 54-yarder! What is going on? And they were blaring the Sweet Caroline song. Everybody was singing it as we went on the air.
That was a roll of the dice, having that show there. Because it goes one way or it goes another. Like, one team's got to win, and it's either going to be miserable for you in one way or it's going to be miserable in another. It's probably, in terms of just general security, it's probably a good thing Iowa State won the game.
There was a great comment from somebody on Saturday, a callback to a show we did. It would have been maybe 13, 14 months ago. And you came on puffing your chest and you're like,
Well, let's listen to it.
You know what I heard.
Listen to it.
Kicker made a 52-yarder into the wind.
For Iowa State?
Yep.
What you just dropped that like it was, you know what? Kicker just made a 70-yard field goal in practice. But for Iowa State, it's, you know what?
It's a bigger deal than you're giving it credit for.
He made a 52-yarder. Leave the special teams talk to me, please. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Into the wind.
Hyping up some 52-yard field goal.
That's a big deal for us, Chris.
And then, of course, a month later,
about this Conradi kid who nobody had heard of.
Conradi hits the 54-yarder in the Cyhawk game. Now this year he kicks a 63-yarder. And now this week he kicks another 54-yarder. I mean, that is a bad look for me in hindsight. Bad look. Leave the special teams to us. God.
What about when you're discriminating against Rocco Becht because of his height?
Yeah. I thought they should have gone with J.J. Cole because of that picture.
Can we go back to that, man?
Little Becht, I'm a little bit peeved.
Why is that?
Because I think if I'm a fan, I'm seeing this picture. I'm seeing J.J. Cole just towering over Becht. Just towering, making him look like he's 5'8". I'm thinking, all right, Cole is my guy. Really? I want him to win this thing right now. Look at that. Look at the height difference. And Becht is in the foreground.
So you're saying you're going strictly off the height.
Look at you, William. Oh, yeah, I'm all in on Cole now. Look at how swollen your head is.
Puffed up.
Look at you. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Yeah, I was wrong.
Did you see the McCarney doing the crank horn before the game?
I don't know how I feel about that crank horn.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
So they do it in every basketball game. There's a crank.
Since when?
Oh, this has been going on in the Otzelberger era, so 3-4 years now. I'm hearing that they're going to have like a celebrity crank horn for every football game now.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it because every time I see something like that, it just reminds me of the Texas Tech cowbell cranker or whatever the hell that thing is. It's just not a good look. I don't know. The crank or the bell, whatever, it's never at like chest level. You always see the person, they kind of have to like bend over. They have to like hunch over, bend down, and then reach down. And so they're like, see, look at it. Come on.
Yeah.
He's got to bend over. He's all hunched over.
That's a cool tradition.
How is it a tradition if you've never done it before?
No, they're starting it.
Okay.
They're starting somewhere.
They're trying to start it.
Well, give it a shot.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
That's a hell of a crank.
You guys have got to do something about that crank horn. It sounds like something you'd use at like a clown uses at a kid's birthday party.
You probably don't.
Hang on. What is this? Be quiet. What is this music?
This is Locks music, baby. We're back.
Whoa. I'm about to drop a beat.
Dropping all these locks all over your face.
He's dropping these locks all over your face.
All over your face.
You just teabagged your entire audience with locks.
All over your face.
Drag those locks all over their face.
Dropping these locks all over your face. Dropping these locks all over your face.
Who's the halftime show this year?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Okay,
he not like us. He not like us. He not like us. He not like us.
I have not heard a single Kendrick Lamar song. Are his songs like on the radio or is it not mainstream?
I don't listen to the radio, but he's really good. I mean, in my opinion, the best rapper since like our era where like gangster rap was really, really hot. Right, Humble, you've heard the Humble song.
No, I have not heard any Kendrick Lamar songs.
Yeah, you've heard that song.
Sit down, be humble. I've not heard that. Sit down, be humble. Is there any chance that Kendrick Lamar is humble? I don't think you can write a diss track and also be humble at the same time.
He not like us.
How would Kendrick Lamar sing the Freedom Tire jingle?
Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire.
Freedom Tire. Oh, yeah? You want to go to Discount Tire? They not like us. They not like us.
Oh, boy.
Don't go to Midas. They not like us.
Wow.
Just taking shots at everybody. Is there a college football game on tonight?
Bigger, better, bolder. Built by Kelderman Manufacturing.
for Kittle. Touchdown!
Smart, quick decisions, poised, confident in himself, and breeds confidence in his teammates.
Brock Purdy just continues to win games in the NFL. It's amazing.
What the hell
We
is
back,
this?
boys. How do you like that? Talk about a lead-in. Woo,
Did you
we back.
create that whole edited piece just because Brock Purdy is coming back?
Brock's back. He's back, boys.
Well, it's about goddamn time. I mean,
I'm so
It's
excited.
about time he earns his money.
It's seriously, it's like Christmas morning for me. I'm so giddy. I'm so happy. I got my hat on, my jersey. Got my
You
little
do seem
figurine.
giddy.
You are. You're like a little child. Oh God.
We are so back, boys.
Jesus.
Game on the line. Niners down in Seattle. Who do you go to?
Go
Brock
Brock
effing Purdy. Did you guys see the throw
He
he
just
made?
threw that up for grabs.
That's the most vintage Purdy still shot ever, right there.
Next gen stats. Brock Purdy's game-winning touchdown to Jake Tonjes. Kittle goes down with an injury. This guy's like a third-string tight end. Had a probability rating of 14.7%, the most improbable completion of the week. This guy is a winner. Gets it done on the road, week 1. Let's go. 49ers to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. Let's go.
Good God, Van Woke.
The NFL is back. We're getting on the plane to go back, and I had gone and gotten a sandwich. So I just wanted something light because I needed to soak up all that Jack D from the night before. And we're getting onto the plane, and Van Winkle has a large pizza box. And like while we're waiting in line, we're flying Southwest because you got to like line up, you know.
Oh God.
Van Winkle's just sitting there shoving pizza in his mouth, like while we're all waiting. And I'm like, "Are you taking that on the flight?"
He really did take the whole pizza on
He
the
took
plane.
the whole pizza onto the flight.
What? Were you guys in a hurry?
No, he had the pizza box for like 45 minutes before, and it was almost as if he waited
God
to take
damn
the
it.
like as
See,
like a trophy.
This would, if I was sitting next to that, I'd be so pissed off. Like, I get it. If you have got a tight connection somewhere and you just got to grab something and go. But I always, anytime I do that, I'm just grabbing like a sandwich that has no smell. I'm not going to like a fried chicken place or a pizza place. You have to have respect for the people around you on these flights.
No respect.
The smell of that pizza.
He sat at our gate for at least 30 minutes with that pizza in his lap.
Why would he do that? I've never understood that about people and they also, a lot of times, they won't eat it until the flight gets up in the air. Like, they won't eat it when everybody's boarding. They'll let it sit there, and they'll let that stench waft.
The only positive is that because again, this is Southwest, so you pick where you sit, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody sat by us.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a full flight?
It was damn full, but like everybody.
No wonder nobody sat by you.
Everybody chose not to because of Van Winkle's pizza.
He needed an extra seat for the pizza.
It was a huge box, too. Like, it wasn't.
Did he eat the whole thing?
Yeah, he ate the whole thing. And the flight attendant was annoyed because she had to, like, find room in the trash for this thing.
Wait, yeah, how do you fit that in a trash can on
You
the plane?
can't. Those teeny tiny little trash bins and their little thingamajigs that they're putting up and down the aisle, you know, that doesn't fit in that.
No.
And then he didn't eat the crust, so it's like got lumpy stuff like floating around in it.
Jesus Christ. I woke up this morning to a tweet from a listener, Brett, who has found an Iowa Hawkeye Amish glider on sale for the low price of $1,399. These are just in from our Amish builders at AmishFurnitureFactory.com, Des Moines warehouse. We are an Iowa-based company in business since 2009. I don't know how they're still in business if they're making shit like this.
Those are a little more palatable than the McDonald's
The colors aren't as bad as the Iowa State one that Bloom has.
That single glider in the back with the eye block.
That's pretty dope.
That's actually a cool one.
Shut the hell up. You guys don't actually, you're not being serious.
I don't like the colors because I hate gold.
You would put that outside your house?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's a nice piece of furniture, Chris.
No, it's not.
Those Amish do impeccable work.
They might make it well, but it's still like shit. Maybe I've been away from Iowa too long. Maybe my tastes have risen above what you backwoods Iowa folks think is good.
What do you put for furniture in Florida? Like, that is a nice piece of furniture minus the Tiger Hawk.
No, it's not. Sorry, guys. I'm out.
Herky the cat is asking for one more of these.
Can I have some money to pay the Hunter Deckers for his Big Deck Energy t-shirts?
All right, I'm deleting it from the library now.
No!
Thank you, Bloom. Thank you, Bloom.
Oh, man.
Can I have some money, please?
I have one more bit of coaching news from Chad Leistico. We had someone in the comments earlier wondering if Iowa was going to save some money with Fran McCaffrey going to Penn. Per the contract extension Fran McCaffrey signed with Iowa in 2021, Gary Barta, there is no clause for reduction in buyout with his taking another job. Thus, the U of I is still on the hook for the full $4.26 million. That's Barta! Unbelievable. The shit that Beth gets is having to clean up. I'm not so sure Darren DeVries is my number one guy anymore. After some conversations I had over the weekend with some very basketball savvy guys whose opinions I really trust, especially in the coaching world, I am moving more into the McCollum space. There's a few coaches just from calling a bunch of games over the years I respect more than just about anybody, and I know that they're geniuses and I know that they're great coaches. Grant McCasland, who was at North Texas, now is at Texas Tech, and they're, fighting for a 2, 3, 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. The other is Dusty May. He led FAU to the Final Four. According to my good buddy Mike O'Donnell, who's on the ground calling 3 or 4 games a week, when those guys have coaching questions, they call Ben McCollum to ask, what should we do here? Wow. They respect him so much. They all kind of came up together. They were all in the, Ben was in the D2 space. Those guys were in the G5 space, low G5 at Conference USA. Mike was telling me that Ben was like the smartest of the bunch. He's like the guy that they all look up to and know that he is the smartest basketball mind. What he's doing at Drake with those guys, I think he might be the best option. He's a smaller buyout at Drake than you would be Darren at West Virginia. A much better chance to get him. He's only in the Valley and he's already in state and he's ascending in his coaching career. He's proven that he can win championships. I think this is a program-altering hire by Beth Goetz and the University of Iowa. This is a guy who has proven he can win with lesser talent and he can adapt. I loved his quote after the loss in the tournament.
Culture, like people talk about culture, how do you build culture? Like there's no building it, there's getting the right people. Like it's 100% the right people. And I've been blessed to be around the right people.
And that is so spot on. Because when you talk about changing a culture, you often think about, well, you've got to get these other guys to buy into it. That's not what it is. Like, you have to get the right guys. If somebody's the right guy, he fits it straight up. He doesn't need to change. That's what Ben McCollum can do. And he can adapt his gameplay. He won with a bunch of Division II players. They went 31-4 and won a tournament game at Drake to get to the round of 32 for the first time since 1971.
Yeah, against an SEC program with unlimited NIL, basically.
And look what the SEC is doing in this tournament. I could not be more happy. This isn't Todd Licklider 2.0. This guy is different and is, in my opinion, an even better option long-term than Darren DeVries. The legend of McCollum continues to grow. Did you see what happened earlier in the week
at an iClub event. Someone posted, I attended the Carroll iClub outing last night in Western Iowa. Kirk Ferentz, Ben McCullum, Jan Jensen, a few others were there. After it was all over, the coaches stayed for a while to talk to fans and sign autographs. They eventually all left because they had their flight back to Iowa City. Ben, however, was driving back to Des Moines, so he didn't leave with them. So instead of getting out of there, he stayed after the fact and helped a few of us put all the chairs and tables away. This sounds like one of those AI stories, doesn't it? But it's real.
It's like these handicapped people can't load up the chairs, so Ben McCollum saved the day.
I just thought it was so nice of him to do that. We got a class act coach, and I'm so pumped to support him and the basketball team, LFG.
You're telling me Fran McCaffrey never did that?
Circle Herc put it nicely in the comments. Our last guy was slamming chairs. This one's stacking them. Let's go. This is the connection that was missing. That's not going to win you any games, but man, it's going to win you a lot of goodwill with these Midwestern salt of the earth people.
Iowa Hawkeye men's basketball players are puking during summer.
Oh, God, yes.
The first week was just intense in general, and all the coaches are in there too, which is completely new for me. And it was probably one of the hardest workouts I've ever done. I actually ended up throwing up at the end of it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Make Rhabdo great again. Let's bring it back. Let's work these sons of bitches out. It's clearly totally different from what was going on with Fran McCaffrey. There were no coaches in the weight room.
So they're going to play defense.
You're going to run on both sides of the court, not just down to the offensive end and back.
This is a good sign.
Great sign. Cooper Koch, who was the one guy that came back, so he knows what the old system was like. This is when you find out who are your guys, who can make it. I mean, you're working them so hard, they're puking in the weight room. Oh. Anyway, can we get to our top story? Your Iowa men's basketball team. And Ben McCullum, fist pumping, tie flapping, scoring 100-plus points against Robert Morris. I got text messages from people that I hadn't heard from in years, but friends of mine that are Iowa fans, like, this is so refreshing to watch.
It was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that was the misnomer with McCullum coming over from Drake, is that, they've got the 350th fastest tempo in the country. No, he played that way because that was the way he needed to play to win. They are not a slow tempo team. They are a precise team. That was about as good of a start as you could have possibly asked for. But McCullum is asking for more.
Let's get lit. What else are we here for? We're not here to just spectate and watch. We got to be a part of it, right?
And I love that. He's got to do all of this damage control. Like Fran McCaffrey let this thing rot all these years and let it seep into the fan base and into these season ticket holders. And McCullum he's got multiple jobs, and it's not just coaching the team. It is getting this fan base back.
Get back to the program here in just a couple of minutes, but as we do here on the Best Of, we want to thank all of the great people who have supported not only Chris and Chris, but Iowa everywhere throughout the entire year. One of them is Big Grove. Love having them on board because I'm just a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of theirs. I'm a huge fan of their beer. I'm a huge fan of their restaurant in downtown Des Moines. I go there for lunch meetings all the time. Thanks to Big Grove for being a part of what we are doing. Also, our friends over at Siouxland Scale. What is weighing me down? What is bringing me up? I like doing those segments every week on Two Guys and the CW Pod as well. Nothing's weighing me down today, though. Nothing. SiouxlandScale.com. What about Game Day Men's Health? It is the year for not being a fat ass in 2026. This is your opportunity to go to Game Day Men's Health and get your testosterone checked. Do you have low T? Is it possible? Maybe you don't. That's the cool thing about them. They'll tell you if you don't, and you don't need to go there. But it's an option. I go to the one in Ankeny. A bunch of our guys, Downs, Fails, they're all over in West Des Moines at Game Day Men's Health. North Liberty is where Doc goes. Lystico's a West Des Moines guy, I believe. We're all over the T. We love the T with our friends from Game Day Men's Health. here on Iowa Everywhere. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling. It's going to be actually, do you believe in the Farmer's Almanac and all that stuff? I kind of do. And they say it's going to suck this winter. It's going to be brutal. So you need to remember wyckoffcomfort.com. If get that furnace service. It's just a smart thing to do. Going to Wild Rose Casinos. They brought us our locks of the week. We dropped the locks all over your face all year long. Had one of my second greatest sports betting year of all time in 2025. Thanks to our friends at Wild Rose Casinos. Toppling Goliath, what's a poor choice you made in 2025 that you would like to switch it up and maybe make a better choice in 2026? Toppling Goliath is a great partner of our. What an iconic brand to have on Iowa Everywhere too. The Pseudo Sue, the King Sue, the Cyber Sue, all those great options that we have from Toppling Goliath. Really like their THC seltzer as well. It's really good stuff. And last but not least, my buddies over at Steeple Ridge. If you're not a beer person, you may be a whiskey person, and nobody makes better whiskey in the state of Iowa than my friends over at the Lonely Oak Distillery in Earling, Iowa. So cheers to you. It's cheers to the holiday season, I guess, because it is not the freaking weekend. But that's okay. They've been one of our longest sponsors here at Iowa Everywhere, and we could not be more appreciative to Pat Hoffman. Had an amazing book event out there in Earling a couple weeks ago. So many of you came out and said hello. I love my 712 crowd, and we had a great time. So with that, let's go back to more of what you all came for. The best of Chris and Chris 2025. I get served these Caitlin Clark AI pictures all the time.
It's a horrible AI picture. It's clearly fake. And there's always some ridiculous story attached to it. This one here. Caitlin Clark saw an elderly man struggling to pay for groceries. What she did next was unforgettable. And this clearly isn't Caitlin Clark. She's wearing a shirt that says like she's walking around in her Iowa basketball jersey. Look at this one. You won't believe what Caitlin Clark sent this sick girl. An AI picture of Caitlin Clark sitting next to this little girl's hospital bed, handing her a pair of size 12 shoes. And Caitlin is wearing a shirt that says Caitlin Clark on it. A lot of people are falling for this crap.
Oh, like thousands of people will be sharing these.
Oh, God. And then there's these. This is one.
Oh, that's Josh Allen.
Yeah, and it's like Caitlin Clark spotted sitting with Bills star Josh Allen at Final Four. Look at the top picture compared to the bottom two on this one. The top picture looks like they ran her through like a rural Iowa filter. WNBA player Caitlin Clark has invested $3.3 million to transform a house into a facility for homeless youth in Des Moines. Read the full story in the comments below. It's this is my favorite one. All it says is 2 minutes ago, Caitlin Clark just crowned the #1 player in the USA. Like, what is that headline? But it's a picture of her with these fake breasts and all made up. And look at this. 29,000 people liked it, 2.2 thousand comments, and 512 shares. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
On a Sunday. Ain't no sleight of hand. Tell them haters, get out of here. No sleeves, no shirt, no problem. 3 glizzies. Oh, no. Where'd they go? Tell me I'm hiding them.
They're in your lungs, right? That's what everyone thinks?
Yeah. Oh, no. No, I swallowed them boys. No hot dog is no honest.
God.
What?
And the sound he makes when he...
Sunday.
Can I draw with you?
What would it be like coming out?
Day.
Can I draw with you?
Oh, God.
That guy needs some tea.
Oh, he does. A few,
The glizzy gobbler.
Let's see him do that with a skinless brat. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's super chat him. Send him some fairways. Look at how small his nipples are. He's the opposite of Williams.
Can I draw with
Look at it.
What the hell is this?
I asked AI.
Van Winkle looks the exact same.
Yeah, he does. And somebody said, why didn't Van Winkle dress up? He's wearing his LGBTQ.
Chiz Williams, George Gay, and Van Woke.
Yeah,
I got my IMCA racing hat on.
I said, make Williams look like a dirt track racer, make me look like George Strait, and make Van Winkle look like he's in an LGBTQ parade. And then fake Bob Vanderplatz went to another level with this.
Again, Matt looks very normal.
Whoa! I love the Iowa Everywhere with the pride flag hat. AD, get on that,
yeah,
please.
maybe you and AD can make some of those. I do look like I'm dressed up as George Gay.
Are you going to be just sitting on your ass, having your wife wait all over you, cook for you, doing nothing this weekend?
When we got back from Iowa, we were eating lunch, and she said, tonight when we go on our walk, we're going to discuss the ground rules for this upcoming football season. And
what do you mean ground rules?
I don't know. I think what I do is fine. What do you want me to do? And so there were a few concessions. Like she said, instead of smoking a cigar 3 nights a weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I can only do it 2 nights. She said I need to be more quiet when I'm coming in and out of the house. She says I make a lot of noise and I wake her up. Yeah! She's like, sometimes you're still up at 3 a.m. watching football. Yeah!
Mountain West.
Big 12 even.
Yeah.
I mean, my God.
After dark. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
The games are on, Kristen.
The combination between you being that tired and drinking, it's like it makes you a completely different person. And so she's like, can you just like be more cognizant of how late you have to stay up and maybe take it a little easier on the Steeple Ridge?
We'll get you some Carbless. So then instead of just drinking Steeple Ridge straight through.
That's not a bad idea.
Maybe one night you'll just have some Carbless instead.
When I get tired, I malfunction.
You're nasty.
I'm not nasty. I'm not, and it's not like I get mean.
No, you're a nasty boy.
Shut the hell up! I need to sleep in until noon, and then I'll set myself up for success. So those were some of the ground rules. I'm sure there will be more. I'm sure we'll revisit. Yeah!
Who would you put in your poll as the #1 team in the country?
Penn State.
Me too. We agree.
You saw my reaction. Penn State's really good. This isn't like
Penn State's really good.
This
Penn
isn't
State,
an old. They're like a title contender this year.
Yeah, if we're talking bars for Penn State,
yeah.
Like Penn State feels like they need to win the national championship.
I agree.
This year. Anything less than that is
I have
a failure.
my cousins went there, and that is their expectation this year. Penn State to win the national championship.
What is the thing when anybody talks about Penn State football? They go, "Oh, Franklin can't win the big one," right? Like that's the thing that everybody goes to. You're not wrong. He hasn't traditionally in the past, but if you just look at what they have coming back, what they did a year ago, just talent like NFL guys across the board. If Penn State was Alabama with Kalen DeBoer, who has never won it big at Alabama, they would be an odds-on favorite where everybody is picking them to win the national championship. Penn State had 12 guys probably pass up on the NFL to come back and make more money in Happy Valley. It's not the same thing as like, oh, Franklin can't beat Harbaugh in Michigan. Is it really that he's a bad coach, or did he just not have as good of players then, and now he does? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. On Sunday, Penn State announced it has fired a 12th-year head coach, James Franklin, whom they now owe roughly $45 million buyout. The Penn State fall-off in the first 5-6 weeks of this season has to be one of the most shocking drop-offs in college football history. When you look at what they had talent-wise, veteran quarterback, schedule that you thought was pretty manageable, right? To be October the 13th going into this Iowa game, if I would have told you in August when we were breaking these down, James Franklin's going to be fired, Penn State's not going to be in the top 25, and Iowa's going to be a field goal favorite, do you know how crazy that would have sounded to us in August? Iowa fans are acting like they just won the goddamn Super Bowl after beating a winless Big Ten team. I thought Iowa actually underachieved. I thought they would kill Penn State. Penn State was game. They showed up ready for that one. We had the right read on that. That coach had them ready to go. Really, put everything else aside, that was a really entertaining football game on Saturday night.
Talk to any Penn State fan, and they'll tell you that's the most fight Penn State has had all season.
They did. They were ready to go. No doubt about that. They did not quit. All those narratives that we talked about were wrong. They were ready to go.
Find me a bigger, better win than that
the last 4 years on Iowa's schedule. You can't. There is no bigger, better win.
It was an emotional day at Iowa State University. The school's athletic director, Jamie Pollard, getting choked up, talking about head football coach Matt Campbell's decision to leave for Penn State.
Hey, what's going on? It's Friday night, latest show.
I hope that's a beer you just cracked.
It is. Damn it. This is a Cyber Sue.
There you go. I have a feeling a lot of Iowa State fans are going to be consuming tonight to try to numb the pain and try to make sense of this last 24 hours and that 15-minute span where it became official and then, boom, you've got a new coach who most people have never heard of.
The irony of all this is not self-promotion, I promise. I just got these yesterday. They all came. They all came in yesterday.
And
the
how does the
first
book
chapter
start?
is called The Essence of Matt Campbell, and it's the story of why he's been so loyal to Iowa State and stayed in Ames for as long as he has.
God.
3 years. I could have led with anything else, Chris. I could have led with anything in this book.
Matt
now,
Campbell
having
owes
said that, I'm not even saying that Matt hasn't been loyal to Iowa State, because that is most certainly not the case. That's not the point I was trying to make. It's just, holy crap. Well, we should probably talk about Jimmy Rogers' introduction to the...
So we've got these great basketball coaches, good men of character in TJ Otzelberger and
Here we go.
Ben McCullum. And now you've got this brash potty mouth who comes out there and just craps all over the microphone during the game.
And let's beat the fucking Hawks.
Well, this one should at least be presented by Game Day Men's Health, because it felt like...
He was teed up.
Yeah, the tea was just flowing through Hilton Coliseum. When
Brendan talked about the loudest pop he's heard at Hilton with the Gaitan pin.
Yeah.
I think that might have topped it.
Can I just say, I thought when I first heard that, I thought he said, "Fuck the Hawks." I seriously, I thought that's what he said when I quote tweeted it, and I said, "I love this." I thought he said, "And one more thing, fuck the Hawks."
Let's beat the fucking Hawks.
So here was my experience.
By the way, he said, "Beat the fucking Hawks," correct?
Yes.
Okay.
It was very short. He was like, "Hey, I want to thank you all for being so kind and welcoming my family to Ames, and we're going to make Jack Trice Stadium the best stadium in the country this year, and let's beat the fucking Hawks." So I was talking, I wasn't even paying attention because I don't generally care about these things. These things do nothing to me. They're for the fans. It's a dog and pony show. I was talking to my old buddy, Jack Whitver, who came over. He was at the game, and we were having an embrace, and kind of casually heard that in the background, and it was perfect. Travis Hines from the Des Moines Register put out the tweet. He goes, it was like the movie Old School when the band starts cussing during the fucking every now and then I fall apart. And Will Ferrell's like, what? That was exactly.
Oh, the Dan Band, yeah.
Yeah, it was I could not believe he did that.
Hines said he talked to Rogers after he did that. He ran into him and he said, "I think I blacked out there."
I don't think he was planning on that, from what I understand. It doesn't seem like he went up there and said, "I'm going to just go and drop an F-bomb to fire up this wasn't this premeditated thing. I think it was just natural. This is how the guy talks. Is what it felt like.
Wasn't Iowa State down double digits?
Dude, they were getting killed at that point.
It was the under 4 in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it's really
I like
funny.
it. I was joking about
potty mouth.
I like that kind of stuff. I know there's
lean
some
into the
people that
rivalry,
don't, but it's just a word. Come on. Yeah, I lean into it hard.
Hold on. What's
Oh, my
well,
God.
well.
No.
What do we have here?
Hello.
George
What's up, brother?
Niang again? You already gloated on the phone last night.
What a game, huh? What a game. You were running your mouth about Killian Torre that, this may be too big of a game or whatever false claim you made. How about that kid that played 40 minutes that had to deal with Killian Torre every second he was on
All
the
I've
floor,
heard this morning, George, is that the refs were bad.
Well, they were bludgeoning Sturts, and he didn't get a whistle.
They're upset because
Iowa
the
doesn't get to the line.
They're really upset because the football coach said the F-bomb. They're really upset about that. Oh, they're just so offended.
Yeah.
Well, I think the main storyline, George, is that Iowa State fans are sitting around scared this morning that Iowa's coming for them. Ben McCullum is coming for them. And the best program in the state soon is going to be in Iowa City.
What made you think that after last night?
Because we're coming. Covered the spread. Moral victory.
I thought Ben McCullum said there's no such thing as moral victory in his presser. But hey, if you're going to take a different route than him, go ahead. He's good though. He does some good stuff. He's no TJ Ox, but he's good.
I thought you were going to say he's no Fran McCaffrey.
I don't need to be doing stuff like that on public.
You called me last night and you didn't even say hello to me. You just said, "Give me Chris Hassel's fucking number. I'm going to go torture him."
It's been what, over 10 years now?
Yeah.
What was the last year you played?
Niang's 45 now.
Yeah, it's been 10.
How are you not in the Hall of Fame yet? How are you? How's your jersey not up in the rafters?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Jamie Pollard a call. He's been busy lately, but I'm gonna give him a call.
He has been busy.
No, hopefully, obviously when you go to places, you want to leave it better than you found it. And I don't know if I did, but I had a really good time. It spit me out a lot better than I came in, that's for sure.
It is a Cyclone State this year more than ever, George.
It sure is. I'm glad you said it. Cyclone State, don't you ever forget it. All right, fellas.
The rivalry is back. I mean, both teams are great teams for the state of Iowa, but at the end of the day, we all know it's a Cyclone State.
What's up, guys? Van Winks here. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the Two Guys Best of 2025. Always have a ton of fun putting this show together. Appreciate you guys giving me some tips, some clips for what to include. I sometimes forget what happened in the early part of the year, and you guys are awesome. You guys are the best. We love our fans here on Two Guys, so appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, we want to give a couple more shout-outs to some of our sponsors, our friends at the Iowa Event Center. They've got Jeff Dunham coming December 29th at the Casey Center. The Artificial Intelligence Tour. Tickets are available at HyVeeTix.com. Get out of the house around the holidays. Bring the family down for some laughs at the Casey Center December 29th. And then, of course, our friends at the Iowa Wild. They've got a couple of great games coming up before the end of the year. They're hosting the Chicago Wolves Saturday, December 27th, and it's Christmas vacation night. You get one of these cool shirts. If you're the first 1,500 fans through the door, they're going to receive this cool limited edition Christmas vacation t-shirt. It says, "Can I get you any more eggnog?" Pretty cool. 2-for-1 Confluence beers before puck drop as well. And then, hey, if you don't have plans for New Year's Eve, our friends at the Iowa Wild are throwing a New Year's Eve bash Wednesday, December 31st, hosting the Texas Stars. Stick around, too, for on-ice fireworks right after the game. And if the Wild win, you receive a free ticket to the next Wednesday home game. All right, appreciate those sponsors here on Iowa Everywhere and Two Guys. And let's get right back to it. It's the Best of Two Guys 2025.
We were supposed to be in a nativity scene.
Nativity? Okay, add another one, Van Winks.
That's how I pronounce it.
Nativity scene? Nativity?
Nativity, yeah.
No.
What do you say?
What is
nativity?
Nativity? No, it's nativity.
Nativity.
Nativity?
Yes, you're pronouncing
like it's
it
a
wrong.
horse neighing?
Nativity. We
It's
were supposed to
nativity.
do this. It got canceled, but I was going to really crush the role of Joseph the way that, what's his name? Vince Vaughn does in that movie. You know what I'm talking about? When Dwight Yoakam is the pastor?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
No. Okay. Never mind.
How do you both say nativity?
It's nativity
Seriously.
scene. It's the nativity scene.
Going out there to that look at that nativity scene.
Which two of these people go to church?
What the hell's that have to do with it? I grew up Catholic. I grew up with nativity scenes in my house.
Those priests that Hassel went to college with have pushed him out of the religion.
Yeah.
Are you a holiday card guy? Why do we do it? When I get one, I don't feel like it's a personal thing. I feel like I'm on the mailing list, almost like junk mail, you know, like on in emails. I'm on the list. Unless somebody writes a personal message, and even if it's just a sentence, that's great. 95% of the time, it's just the card, and all the card says is Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, and I see an updated picture of this husband and wife with their growing kids, and that's all it is. What is the motivation for putting these cards together and sending them out?
To brag about your life. You're trying to make everybody else.
Okay.
You're trying to tell everybody, look how great
That's
my
kind
life
of what I thought. What I think in the majority of cases is that it is an opportunity to show everyone how good you look, how cute your kids are, and I don't care. If you're going to send me a Christmas card, I want a personalized message.
You think we owe it to you to like put your actual name on it?
Yes.
Not just the stock card.
No, not just name. I think that there should be some kind of personalized message to it.
Hello, this is Chris's dad, and down in Corinda, Iowa, God's country, and I just want to wish all the fans that view Iowa Everywhere, in particular the Chris and Chris show. We're very grateful for what they've done and built, and we're very proud of them. And hope you all have a good holiday, even you, Don.
There he is. It's Donald. Don, what would you like to say this holiday season to the Iowa Everywhere viewers?
First of all, Merry Christmas, Mike Williams. You're a great guy. Love you. Maybe I'll see you, in the next year. So, and everybody else at Iowa Everywhere, have a great Christmas. Even you Ames fans. I guarantee your football season won't be anything like you've had in the past 5-10 years. But oh well, sucks to be a Cyclone.
It was going to be a heartfelt message from the Don, but that's all you get. Merry Christmas, everybody.